and it's an honor to be able to share this testimony with you. I hope you've had a chance to go ahead. If you're not watching it live over here, then you've had a chance to watch it on the replay on YouTube and get an up to date of what the series is going to be about. So obviously the first one we spoke about is where have I been, what's been going on, etc, etc. Now we're about to break it all down. So today is Monday the 5th, and as I said, I'll be doing Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock. Forgive me for being late today. I had some of my equipment upstairs, and when I went upstairs, had a chance to, I forgot my stand, and I forgot my other stand for this phone here. And yeah, because like I said, one stand carries two, and then this one carries. Anyway, so it's the Monday the 5th, and I'm basically going to cover the chemo treatment, the radiology, blood transfusion, the accommodation, and the machines, okay? So I'm just giving you a pre-warning right now of what I will be discussing in this part of the testimony. So as you know already, I had the nasty C, and I developed the nasty C just after summer 2020, and yeah, it was devastating, right? And the thing about it, obviously, if you've gone and watched the other video, I'm going to leave it in the description box for you as well, but it's like, it's not even the shock of knowing that you've got this condition, or like there's a possibility, you know, it might not work, it might work, but I think it's what your body goes through. And I think as people would agree, we're all different, you know, we've all had different lifestyles, we've all got different DNAs, etc., bloods and all sorts. So we're going to react and take things totally different. But I will say to you, right, that one of the things that really got me was when they said to me that I've got to go away and go for treatment. I was like, okay, no problem. Like, how long do I got to go away for? And they was like I think it was like 4 or 5 weeks. And I was like, 5 weeks? And I have to have chemo and radiology at the same time. I said, oh my God, this ain't even no joke. You know, like, you're thinking to yourself, like, you've watched movies, isn't it? You probably one and two things of people that's gotten the nasty C, and you know, you probably see something on social, online, or whatever. But for it to hit home, for it to be at my doorstep, it's a whole nother ball game. It's a whole nother situation. Like, even having family members, you know, may they rest in heaven, that's had it, and you know, as I said, and friends, and it's I don't know, it's just never connected. Do you know what I mean? It's just never. Do you know what I mean? Like, registered. Yeah, this is what you've got, and now you've got to, you know, walk by faith, not by sight, and you've got to pull through and all of that. But I feel like prior to having the treatment, you guys, I was anemic. I've always been anemic. I think, as my mum said when she was alive, it's genetically, right? That. And so when they did my bloods and everything else, you know, the medical MOT, it's one of those things where they detected that my blood was low. So they rang me up, right? So say for argument's sake, I was supposed to go in on the Monday, and they rang me up, and it was like the Saturday. Yes, it was the Saturday. And they was like, you can't start your chemo treatment because your iron is too low, and you're going to need you need a transfusion. So I said, a transfusion? What? Some folic acid? Nah, go do it. You know, the ones that's like, no, we need you to come in tomorrow and 8 o'clock and start taking some doses of blood transfusion. I said to myself, wow, this some this some serious thing, because anyway, look, I'm not even trying to have flashbacks. I'm just trying to give you the testimony, really. But it's like sitting there, right, and your arm is out, obviously, and you're literally seeing this coming down in this bag into this tube, and you know it's going to make you better, but you're kind of thinking to yourself, no, this is, I can't, no, I can't, no, this is, oh God, what am I going to do? Like, oh, Father God, like I'm just sitting there looking at it, right? And taking couple, you know, history footage to really go back later when I was able to be able to look at, yeah, look at that. That was the blood transfusion part. You get what I'm saying? That was the blood transfusion part. And yeah, that licked me for real. I can't lie. I've had a couple of them now, though, to be honest. I think when it comes to the operations, yeah, I think I've had about, like, I promise you, 2 to 3. I'm trying to think if it's 3 or if it's 2. And 3 was supposed to, but luckily I was eating spinach like Popeye that they didn't need to. That's how I think it was, the 2 to 3. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Anyway, so I'll go ahead now, and I have the blood transfusion. As I said, that was the Sunday, and then I had to go back the Monday now to start the treatment. So bless my sister. I want to give a big shout out to my sister on this bit, but I can't do it like that because I feel like obviously it's gonna mess up my team. But I got to mention her, so I just thought I'd shout her out. But she got her Here's Your Flowers team coming anyway. But bless my sister, she um, loaded up her car. I'm talking about loaded. Loaded up the car, yeah. My boys loaded up the car, yeah, and we took it up there, and like it was just the lugger, you know what I'm saying? I think it was the whole lugger of it, yeah. But the whole thing anyway, let's just get to what I'm doing, because there's days that I'm breaking things down, but I needed to say that part because of the amount of things you've got to go with when you're about to be away from home, and obviously you don't know the environment, you're not, you know, familiar with the area, and because it was calf me dead time, you can't go nowhere. So you're thinking, right, yeah, what if I want to make porridge? Yeah, forget that. Bring the cornmeal porridge, give me one of them Ziplocs. I know how much I need. You know, like it was, sorry, it was them kind of way then. Yeah, bring a condensed milk. Bring the vegan one as well. You know them ones, or for those who call it vegan. Bring it. You understand me? Because I wasn't able. So we loaded up, my daughter and I loaded up, and we head out of the area, and we go up to Cambridge. So shout out to Cambridge Hospital as well, by the way, and the team and everything else. But you know, you got Here's Your Flowers, so don't worry about that. So we head up to Cambridge, and they give us an accommodation. Now, what was blessed for us was, because it was calf me dead, everything was on lockdown. So we ended up having a whole 4-bedroom flat for ourselves. So our own toilet, our own bathroom, do you get what I'm saying? Our own kitchen. It was just blessed, and the other rooms was locked. But in the room that they gave us, there was like 2 single beds. And not trying to be funny, I don't know what singles they was, but I roll out of the bed. I roll out the bed and drop on the floor. And it's like when I went to my appointment, I just mentioned it. Like nothing. Lane said, "Oh, did you sleep?" I said, "Yeah, I'm all right. I slept well." I don't know how I roll out the bed though. Like I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, like them kind of way. Bro, by the time I got over here, there was someone waiting for us. And I think it was a thing when I was explaining as well that my daughter is studying for her GCSEs and stuff like that. And yeah, they were kind enough to just open up the other room and make her have her own room. So we was right opposite each other. Like, if our doors are open, we could literally just talk to each other, and it was just beautiful, especially with what I was going through. So anyway, let's rewind a little bit now. So yeah, we reach up there, and we've done the accommodation bit, and now it's treatment. Friend, friends. Treatment. Let's start with chemo. Chemotherapy. Right. So chemo is hours. Okay. I don't know the better way to say it. It's just hours. Hours. Okay. I'm advising you from now to go with your snacks, go with your magazines or your word puzzle or your laptop, catch up on some emails. bro, charger, even though you could charge there, but you know, I'm just telling you, right? And that's an experience in itself. And I'm going to try and be as uh, transparent as possible without offending anyone that thinks I'm making a comedy out of my story and testimony and what I experienced. So I think for me, the shockness is you go into the hospital and there's a whole section unit. And when you're walking in, that they've got like, there should be beds. So imagine when you go to a normal hospital, right? And excuse me, they got beds lined up, innit? Some of them's got 3, some's got 4, right? But their beds lined up. So imagine beds, but it's not beds, it's chairs. And it's got the little unit thing, right? But there's chairs, it's just chairs. Some's recliners, some are just regular, nice, comfy chairs. And that's the thing, comfy chairs, yeah? Don't play with them. And then you check in and everything, and then you sit down, and then they start with your chemo. And it's like, I swear it's like 3 bags you go through. Because one is like an hour and a half, another one's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and another one is whatever excitement. Bro, I've gone in there daytime, come out, it's nighttime. That's all I know. That's all I know. Ask my daughter. It's not no joke. And then there were times that, say I had chemo early, and then on the same day, I would have radio in the evening because, excuse me, they do radio up to 9 o'clock at night. So, and I was just across the road. So it wasn't really nothing, if you see my point. And so, yeah, so chemo treatment now, what's so shocking and what's so frightening is when you're going in there and you're seeing these other patients that are doing their treatment and so forth, and then now they place you to sit down and they're doing it, and then you're doing it as well. They know, the people that's there, that you're a newbie for some miraculous reason. Like, you ain't even spoken. Excuse me. You haven't even spoken, but they know you're a newbie in this. So it's one of them things where you get acquainted. You know, one will say, oh, you know, is it your first time? Or they'd be like, oh, so how long have you been coming? And then you bust the, oh, it's my first. Oh, I thought as much, you know, kind of thing. And you're just hearing their journey, their story, their experience. You know, some is on a, you know, this is their whatever treatment. Another one is giving you advice on, you know, you're going to lose your hair. I was like, yeah, here we go again with telling a black woman they're going to lose their hair. Do you want to fight right now with the blouse now, IVs in our hand? Because I'll box you with the left, you understand? I give you Mikey Tyson's. Okay? Stop telling us that. It's not nice. We don't want to hear that. Okay? We understand you've got to give us that information, but it's how you've got to say it. Yeah, you have heard that saying. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. I had to learn that. Okay, so I learned that. So I was like, right, yeah, I heard that, is what I responded to the patient. But I don't think I am, because respectfully, our grade is stronger than your grade. Like, I had to go there because I'm thinking, friend, I understand what's happened for you and why you're wearing these beautiful bandanas around your head. That made me compliment it the last time I saw you, because I thought, well, that's really nice. Then I found out somebody makes them for her. That's beautiful, right? But friend, first of all, I'm not your culture, as you can tell, right? So I don't understand, respectfully, because the reason I say this bit first, you guys, no, let me say what I said first in my head before I answered it, because I've already done the 1 to 10 questions to just understand why she felt the need to tell me I'm going to lose my hair, but she has no experience. She don't know nobody who's of Afro-Caribbean that's had the nasty sea. She said she's the only one that's had it, that's around her. So how the blast night she want to come tell me I'm going to lose my hair? I said, no, no, no. So my response to her was, well, you know, honestly, not being rude, but my grade is stronger than your grade, respectfully. And I can tell that you've probably had highlights in your hair before because of that last piece that's, you know, at the back. And you know, that damages your hair as well. And I said, also, you wash your hair a bit more frequent than us, right? Because you don't like grease, but we like grease. That's why you lot catch lice. Like, I went deep on the education to make her understand, friend, what's happened for you ain't gonna happen for me. Okay, we're just not, do you know what I mean? That's not your field, nor was it in your area to share that, because you're not the team, respectfully. I didn't ask you. You're just throwing information. And for me, I feel like that's not a good thing. If you are dealing with it or got anyone that's dealing with it, try not to be the person that's going to tell people what's going to happen based on what you think you know, or anything else. If you ain't walked it, don't do that. Don't do that. Or if you haven't had someone beside you and you've seen the journey, don't do that. Don't do what you see. Don't do that. Because again, for me, when she told me that, it wasn't a trigger. It was more of a, here we go again with that nonsense again. Like, she hasn't even asked me, like, have I researched into anything? It was just all the and just thinking, bloody sick's sake. Like, you know, like, okay, fair enough. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But it was a lot. Do you understand? And sorry, yeah. So I don't know. I just felt like seeing her over the times and everything, and it was such amazing because, like I said, this was like week 3, because she had told me in the first one, yeah, run puffy about week 2, definitely week 3. Yeah, all my hair was going, all my hair, like it didn't even make sense to brush it. I would just go like that, and it would come out in lumps. And I was like, wow, really? She's like, yeah, so just look prepared for that. Because I freaked out in the bathroom. I was taking a shower and it was just coming out as lumps and lumps. And I'm looking on this woman and I was thinking, why did they sit me here? You know, they're ones, I don't give a monkey toss how anybody takes it. I just weren't able for that day. So what happened, I think it was week 3. And I think I was there first. And she walked past. And I found it interesting that she sat, because there was like 3 chairs, and she sat to the one closest to me. And I thought, oh, that's nice, you know, haven't seen her. There was an older lady in front of me, and then there was a gentleman to the right of me, right? So I was like, oh, that's nice. So yeah, we chatted, just, oh, I haven't seen you, and this and that. I was like, yeah, they've been like changing my times due to my radio, because I'm doing radio as well at the same time. She's like, oh, wow, your body's going under a lot. I say, yeah, I know, yeah. Anyway, how you been? Really trying to divert the thing, really trying to divert the thing. And because I had a bandana on, because it was raining outside, and those that knows us, we don't really do water on the head until the head is getting washed, okay? Or we're going swimmings, okay? We're calm with that. Or we want to indulge in two water fights, okay? You know the ones. Or two, you understand? Excitements, you understand? So it's like, I thought, I feel like she's really going to say something to me. Hear what the woman said. Oh, I see you wearing a bandana. So it started already then. Like I told you, watch me. No, just it's raining outside. Black people don't get their hair wet. Everybody busted up. There was like 3 nurses in front of me. 2 was black. The guy beside me was black. I'm black. It was funny. And then it just created a whole conversation about black people and their hair. So the beauty of it is, I like to show you. So I just slid off the bandana, took off the little ponytail thing, shook my hair, and say, I'm cool. Lifted it up so she could see there was nothing in China in there, and parted it like the sea. Yeah. I say, yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm not losing my hair. That's just our strength. That's our everything. Blood. That's our everything. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not losing my hair. And it was just beautiful because she's saying, oh, well, maybe it's the shampoo you use. I said, no, like I told you, we're just not the same. Do you know what I mean? Our strength is strong. It's like wool, right? Very strong. So by the time the chemo gets into that, all it's doing is straightening it. You know what I'm saying? It can't do, it's only straightening the curls, love. Yours is already straight, it just snaps. Ta-da, there you go, done. Like a Christmas cracker. Ta-da, snap, pop, that's it. Ours is curly. So by the time chemo gets in, all it's doing is just straighten it for us. Straighten it. I tell you right now, under this girlfriend that I got on, the grade of my hair is not even funny. It's like I feel like I've got my grandma and my mum's hair. Like the texture of it is just soft. Like fling water on it or even sweat. You can brush it in a ponytail and you're blessed. You ain't need nothing else, no gels, no nothing. So that's basically it. Chemo's hard though, you guys. It is. It's very draining. It doesn't make you feel good. Um, you're very, very tired. You're just fatigued. You're just weak. Like you're literally just weak. You're just weak. Like the drugs that's pumped into our body to to cure the nasty C is absolutely so strong and powerful that your body literally just shuts down and you just sleep. You just sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep. That's all you can do is sleep. Seriously, sleep is all you could do. And then you got to wake up. This is if you're having radiology at the same time as well. And then, yeah, you got to go to radiology. So then let's talk radiology. So radiology is where they use radio and they use a metal plate thing over whatever area. For me, I'm just going to speak on my experience. So mine went over my stomach and cervical area, and then I went into this machine. So just think of like an MRI machine, yeah, scanning machine, and you cannot move. And you go into this machine, it's kind of loud and it's very big, and you go in there and they literally is killing, you know, the area, the cells and the cells and the follicles and the things that's there for the nasty C. That's radio. It's not too long. It's about 15 minutes tops. Yeah, roughly. That's not long, but again, that's draining too. So it's a whammy for your body. I can give you that much, you guys. It's a whammy for your body. It is a hit. Because there were times that my daughter, bless her soul, was wheeling me in a wheelchair just to get across the road, to the hospital and then get to the ward that I needed to go to. Do you see what I'm saying? And because I was that weak and I was in pain as well, so I had to be admitted in. And oh, you guys, seriously, I swear to you, like, I'm just giving it to you because I really want people to understand that when somebody has that, just try and be, I can't say put yourself in their shoes or predicament because that wouldn't even be fair, but I would say just try and be a bit more caring and understanding. So if things around them is falling apart or if things are not up to what you remember them as, you just got to take time because I feel like it's a process to understand that you've got this circumstance or situation, and then you have to, with all your fight and might, find a way. You get me to beat it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And you've got to be strong for your children. You've got to be strong for your family and friends and those around you. And it's like, it's a battle. And you really try to say to yourself, you know what? I'm just going to go and soldier this out and just do what I need to do. Do you see what I'm saying? So I just told a handful of people and then, yeah, just ducked them and did what I had to do to get myself better. So, sorry a minute. Yeah, 'cause I don't want to go off track. And if I don't stay with what I've got planned here, it's going to mess up the whole thing. So, yeah, so I feel like when it comes to that part, just be a bit more understanding. I feel like if there's anything you could do, is like ask them what they would need. Do you see what I'm saying? And support them in that kind of way, because it'd be better that you do that than it being where you're bringing, like, overloading, or even just overloading with information, because you're really in your heart is trying to be helpful, but it can be damaging because you're probably doing a Google search, or you're going to go speak to, Susiette from work, who's, bless his soul, Mr. Tommy had it, and this is what happened to him because of this and that. And that can bring a lot of fear and worry on that person, which will then could reject onto you if you're not a strong and will-minded person. So you have to be careful that other people's fears doesn't affect your fears, which makes up your faith and make you just have to go to Jesus about it. That's basically what I'm just trying to say in a nutshell, fam, because I'm not able. And that's a lot of thing that people do, because they're looking for, I don't want to say some people, I mean, okay, let's be 100. You do have some people that just go out there and beg for sympathy. We all know it. We know a few people. Let's keep it 100 to the hundreds, okay? But you do have people that only share with the right people because they understand what can come back. And the reason I say that is because you'll have somebody who will play the whole I'm strong person, but you looking with some news like that it's like, oh my God. And you can't fault that, because I think I would do if it was somebody I loved and, somebody that meant a lot to me. I'd be like, oh my God. But see, the difference with me is I don't fear. I don't worry. I'm concerned, and I find a solution, and I pray to God. See, anyway. So for me, it's like you can't go around and go and say, oh, this person, that the person, that one, this or call up this one, yeah, call over, I saw, and then this I saw, and then that I saw, and everything I saw. I'm just gonna have to hold you guys. I love you guys too. Don't worry, I'm gonna set myself up for the more. We're gonna be 100 or more. So it's like, yeah, I gotta just hold it. There's nothing I can do. Because the stand is falling, and if I stop, I'm just going to mess myself up. So yeah, you got to be careful of what you say to people and tell people and stuff like that, because fear travels. And like I said, you could go ahead and tell the wrong person. They've gone and told someone, not so much that they know you, they might know of you, it doesn't matter. But the person they've gone and told them now, it could all be working for the man downstairs, you get me? But the man upstairs knows what he's doing, so you can't really bother. But it's one of the things there where they could go tell that person. Now, that person's probably had an experience, or they got somebody or whatever, and now they're going to go and put all their doubts and fears and worries upon the person. Now the person's going to ponder it, or the person's going to do whatever. Now the person wants to ring you and come tell you about some conversation that they had with Miss Jackson, and you get me, and now want to put that on you. You're mad. Never me. I wasn't answering it. Not interested. That's why I kept it low and sweet. You get me? Because I'm not able. I just cut and go true with God and I'm art. That's what I did. That's why I'm there. Because you already know people don't wish you no well. You think I could have gone and told people that... Wait, even thinking about it is flipping hilarious. I like people's hilarious, huh? Hilarious, darling. Hilarious. No, I just go with God. It's it. Handful of people, and that's me. What? Like it or don't like it? I don't really care. You know that. It's not being rude. Told you already. My boastiness is because I'm a child of the Lord and I've gone through my journey. So this is why I can give my testimony and I can give it how I want. So my whole thing is keep it low. Definitely make sure you got the right praying people around you, and make sure you carry your Bible. And I would definitely say research for yourself on things you should eat, things you shouldn't eat, and things you should eat more of. Because I would tell you something that shocked me was avocados. The way I love avocado on toast, nah. especially with lupus. Nah, nah, no, nah. Okay, that don't work for me. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you've got to go find a very healthy lifestyle and a balance for yourself. You get what I'm saying to you? So that you can put the good things in and be able to have the right things. Because remember, you're going to be on medication after. You understand me? God forbid if you end up with complications. You get what I'm saying? But you just got to look on all that chemo and radiology. Do you understand what I'm saying? That you've had, it's too much on the body. So you've got to really look into all the good things that you can put into your body. And I would say to people, which I have been doing, first of all, research where it comes from, okay? And research what the ingredients or what the nutrient things are, and then go ahead and see what foods have that. Likely you'll see it's the right thing to do if you want to live, and if you want to, because think about it, if they say, according to statistics, that people get the nasty C because of what they're feeding or something to do with the blink and breathes, then why would you be fighting blink and breathe, taking the chemo, but you're still eating it? So then you're not really killing that end because you're putting it back in. I just didn't see that making any sense. And like I said, I just thought that don't make no sense. So I'm not going to say anything because I'm not giving no advice. I'm not a doctor, nor am I qualified. I'm giving you my testimony and what I found that works for me. There's some good people out there online that can give you some information. I think what I probably do is go on my other channel and give you some of the people that I follow over there and let you see. Goodbye Lupus is a very good doctor on YouTube and social, and she cured herself from lupus 21 years now. Don't play. But the reason I say that is because she's the one that, when I was just really at the end of researching what I should eat and shouldn't eat with my lupus, and what I shouldn't do and what I could do and all of that, I came across her while I was just about to go to Cambridge. And I was blown because she was teaching at that time why people get the nasty C, and she was breaking down. She had the animal, and it was a serious situation. It's on YouTube. You can watch it yourself as well. I watched it live, but it's on YouTube because I had to go back. Because I was like, because she was having some slideshows, yeah, I had to go back and screenshot so that I can print it off so that I can have it for when I need it to refer back to it, or probably, whatever I choose to do with life. You just not your business. And I feel like at the end of the day, why I'm so happy about that is because it was just the perfect timing. Do you see what I'm saying? God's timing couldn't be no better. Like, how could I have found her as I was going up to Cambridge? That's God. Don't tell me that's not God. That's God all day long. So I would definitely encourage people, and because I, believe in clearing out your organs anyway and cleaning out your system, I think that definitely helped me personally, because you got to think about it as well. Like, over the years and all of that nonsense, like people try to say, and eating naughty, do you know what I mean? Eating bad, right? All that junk food and, fast foods and all of that, right? And all that cake. Don't lie about cake, okay? Because I love cake. And I've just like stopped, and because I thought, no, I can't do it. I think the only cake I can eat is my own cake, because they just got too much going on in there for my soul. And I can't, I just feel disgusting after. And I look in the ingredients and I just kiss my teeth, but it's too late. Cake already gone true now, and I just got to make that pass out. But the thing about it is, like, yeah, once you look into those things, and then I would also advise you to start taking black seed oil, and that's very good for your hair. So start to take the capsule, and then you could buy liquids. And I would say like, you want things that's going to be strong for your hair. Okay, castor oil, um, black seed oil, um, rosemary oil. Now, you got to make sure you buy the right rosemary, okay? It's the diluted one. I know you guys have seen it on TikToks, aka TikTok. Um, so yeah, make sure you get that one, anyone that's diluted, and it's very good to part the hair and massage it in. You get what I'm saying? Just sit there and just massage it in. It will be good for your hands as well, because you've got to remember, when you're sitting there doing chemo, your hand sits on a pillow. That's how long it sit there for, friend. Hours. You're not understanding the situation. Hours. I swear it's like 5, 6 hours. I'm gonna have to ask my daughter, but I'm trying to just in my head think. Yeah, it's like 5, 6 hours, friend. It's no less than 4. I know that, for Jesus, because I watched a lot of episodes on Netflix, and yeah, I know it's more than 4 hours, because I couldn't take it. My eyes was getting tired of reading and doing emails and stuff like that. I was like, I just want to watch something. You know, the ones there. I just want to watch something, you guys. So I do. I feel like, OMG. Don't laugh. Oh my God. I just clocked that I was only holding. Oh, you guys are loyal. It's because you can hear me, innit? Oh my God, you guys. The other phone did dip on the floor, and I was thinking, why have I only got the missing? I kept looking like I'm missing the phone. Oh my God. Right, you know what? Don't worry. We're just going to hold it here. We're going to hold it here. Look. Oh my God. I apologize, you guys. That's what I mean. I'm going to stay upstairs. Don't worry about it. Let me bend this down a bit. I am so sorry, Underground. You know already that's a mistake. But I'm glad you guys could hear me. But yeah, you was looking up at the ceiling, innit? What a view. Anyway, hopefully what I'm able to say is that more time, you've got to, yeah, look after what you're eating, look after what you're putting into your body, and definitely your environment, your surroundings and stuff like that. And just stay positive minded. You understand me? Do something like you're not really frequently doing, like even just sitting outside in the garden or on your balcony, or if you're able to go for a walk, I would advise it, because once you start your treatment, it's really hard. I mean, excuse me, once you start your recovery, apologies, it's kind of hard to get back to normality, obviously. Now, I need to say that because when I went for my assessment, and my question was, obviously the recovery, because, right, we've covered the treatment, but what's the recovery? And I remember, right, when the doctor was doing that whole, well, you can't really, put a time on it because everyone's body's different, and it all depends on people's lifestyles and what they're capable of doing. Like, the man was really trying to break it down, didn't it? And I said, no, of course, doctor, I fully agree with that. I think that's the best way to even put on it. But surely with your expertise, you're able to let me understand a rough time scale of when I could get my life back to normal, when I will be able to do the things I used to do before. He looked at the lovely Katie and said, about 5 years? She nods. Yeah, it takes about 5 years. I said, 5 years? 5 years? I was like, nah. No, I'm not doing that. That's too long. That's a long time, I said to them. They both chuckled. We know, but it's, your body's going under. They start the NHS chat. And I'm like, listen, people, look, you must have had somebody that's done it in less time. You must have. There's got to be. There's no way every patient has taken 5 years to bounce back. No way. No, I don't believe that. Nah. And then the doctor was like, well, it's more of what they was able to do, and how they was able to maneuver, and whether the treatment worked or not, whether they've got to come back, whether they've got to X, Y, and Z. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But it still weren't satisfying my soul, because I'm thinking, I can do quick maths in it. So I said, boop, boop. I'm not going to be them ages there just getting my life back. No, I'm not doing it. Or no, 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 right? In my head, I'm just, nah. And they're talking, and I'm having a whole I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it, nah. And then I just heard him say, or was it her? Sorry, you guys, can't remember. But it's one of those ones where one of them said, well, there's been, someone that's done it in 3 years. My head snapped. Yeah, I said it was the lady, it was the nurse, right? My neck snapped, and I looked at her and I said, yeah, 3 years. Yeah? Yeah, I'm going to do it 3 years. Yeah, I'm going to join that 3-year recovery team. And they chuckled again. Oh, but Miss Blah Blah, I think you really need to consider what you're under and what you're having. And also you're going to be having the next part, right after. That's 3 treatments, in such a short space of time. I really think, you need to just take your time. Don't worry about trying to recover as much. Let's get through this first, and then we can cross that bridge when we get there. I'm thinking, this your doctor, I think he chatting to somebody that ain't walked some trenches. This your doctor feel like he don't understand what I'm trying to say to him. But this your doctor here going like as if to say, him never hear me. Me say 3 years. I go join the 3 years team. But up on that side, I'm not doing no recovery in 5 years, right? So yeah, we laughed, we joked about it, periodically over my treatments. And obviously I'm in a wheelchair, and they would look at me and think, yeah, we try to tell you. I don't know why you think you're going to do this in 3 years. But it was because I knew my faith I had in God. Do you understand? That's what it was. It weren't me thinking I'm bossy. It was just like, because God was showing me that I can do it. And he just showed me like, okay, you're going to have to stop driving because you're going to need your energy. So yeah, scratch that. You're going to have to X, Y, and Z. You get what I'm saying to you? So while I was going through treatment, sitting there with chemo or going for radiology, and I got to lie in this bed like, do not move, we'll start again. It was like I had that really bonding time with my Lord, and he was showing me like the car was the major, because it wasn't the money, it was more. Look how much energy, time, and focus. Like when you're driving, you can't just be do down the road. You got to be vigilant in it. You got to be aware. And there was no way that I was able to be functioning to be safe on the road, because my brain is thinking about this treatment that I had to go and do. And then even when I did it, now my brain is thinking, is it all right? You get me? And then my mum died. So there's no way I'm driving to do what? Kill off me and people? No, thank you. So it's one of those ones where the car went. And then it was like, yeah, well, you know what? I can't do this. The energy, bruv, the energy was just not there. There was no Duracell in me. There was no Wi-Fi in me to just go. I couldn't. And I ended up having to even get a hospital bed put in my home because I couldn't get up and out the bed. My bed was too low, even though I had got a new bed. And the nurse came to the house and she was like, oh my God, how have you been like doing this? To me, I think I'm calm in it because I got the stick and I'm by the part of the wall. So the windows, I'll just pull up myself. You guys, I shouldn't even laugh, right? But child, it is what it is. I'm just trying to be as transparent so people can understand. When you see me now, this is part of the miracle because I couldn't get out of bed, and I was in so much agony and pain. And then again, the treatment, innit? You're just drained out, you guys. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like really and truly, just making sure I cover everything. Yeah, the accommodation. The accommodation's fire, you guys. You know, they deserve every pence the hospital gets for real if they offer them things. It's not my first time having accommodation either, you know, because, you know, my son's got medical matters, but it's more like how it's set up, what is there, and, you know, the machines, you guys, the machines are so big. Like, what can I say? What's a better way of saying it? Yeah. Like, okay, so obviously I had to do MRI, X-ray, and all of that. But one of the machines was $1.7 million. You guys, $1.7 million for one machine. And this machine, yeah, work from morning to night. I believe that machine works at least 12 hours a day. At least 12 hours a day. Because you gotta think about if they earliest appointments 8 o'clock, and like I just said to you, I've had an appointment at 8:45. I was the last one. That machine's done 12-hour shift. And they do it on weekends. So to me, I feel like we're blessed in a country where we've got our NHS system for real. And I wish that the government would give them more because they do so much, especially when like you get like, oh, I remember one time going to hospital and I was in such a cranky mood because they was telling me that I was having my operation on a Thursday, so I had to like wait like 2 days, and then when they come Thursday now, and I'm all thinking, yeah, calm, and then they're trying to tell me, oh no, we can't do it till Monday, and I'm like, I cannot sit in this agony until Monday. I can't. I literally can't. I can't take it. And I got cranky because I thought you can't do that to people. You know, you can't psych them up. Like, I understand we're getting my agencies. Don't nobody come in the comments with nonsense, yeah? I understand that, but I look on it like that was just not the right time for me. I'm not even lying. I was just like, no, I want to speak to the doctor. I'm not doing this because this is unfair. I can't cope. Do you know what I mean? I was like, no, I'm not doing it. Do you know what I mean, people? I love you guys too. I love you guys too. Seriously, I really, really do. And I really, really can't wait to connect to all the platforms, you guys, because seriously, holding a stand, yeah, so that I can do this is not right. But don't worry, I'm gonna put it upstairs. It was upstairs, but I can't get up the stairs. I'm in pain. And I was like, oh. So I thought earlier, yeah, let me just get the mic and get the stand. And then it was like, ding, ding. What about the other phones? And I thought, oh, I can't go back up there. So yeah, don't worry about it. I was a bit late just because of that. It wasn't because I wasn't ready, because I had spoke to my coach, and even my coach gave me 15 minutes of my time because he said to go get yourself ready. And but little did he know I was already ready. I just needed to put on some lipstick because I thought, yeah, it's tight. It's tight. There's no way I'm going to be able to go and get myself ready. But I'm blessed for that as well. So yeah, what else would I like to cover? Um, Chemo, radiology, accommodation, blood transfusion. Yeah, that's it really. So I'm going to tell you a story real quick because I have to, because it's going to mess up how I want to do it. It's not going to make any sense. So I had my sister come up and see me, yeah? And bless her heart. Wait, I'm laughing too much. Ah, stop laughing, Sha. So, see, I can see the chat's already laughing because some already know the story once they hear my sister came and saw me. So my sister was, bless her so right, my sister owes me a lasagna, right? She makes the baddest lasagna. And obviously, she's always said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make you a lasagna." I went and visited her. She made lasagna, and I didn't know she made lasagna. And I was like, "Well, I didn't know you made lasagna." Anyway, I tasted it, loved the lasagna, and I think I've had it one more time since. But it's been like a good like. I feel bad to even say how long it's been since she's promised me one. You can't get it. But it's been long, right? I'm talking about long, you guys. Like, it's been a good, like, 5 years, right? Even more. She probably saying that's longer. But I know it's been a good 5 years. I always get that, yeah, sis, you know, it's my birthday next month and we're going to get that lasagna. Yeah, 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 sis, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. Yeah, what you want? What kind of lasagna you want, yeah? Like, you want your, you know, this lasagna, that lasagna. Anyway, the point of my story is, bless my sister, while I was up fighting the nasty sea, she felt, you know what? I'm going to bring my sister lasagna. You guys, you guys, I'm trying to still figure out if it was because I was hungry already and because we was communicating, I didn't want to go eat and then disrespect when she bought it, not eat because I already ate because she was running behind time. So this comes with the lasagna, yeah. And it was still even a bit warm, to be honest. But yeah, we cut the piece, put in the microwave, whatever. She cut it, put a piece in the microwave for me, and then she gave it to me. And I was like, oh my god, I really appreciate it. She's like, yeah, because I took my time and I went Sainsbury's and I blah blah. And I'm watching her in the kitchen, right? And she's doing, yeah, I did that for you, sis. Cause I said, yeah, gonna have to go up there with one lasagna for my sister. Rah. I don't know if she felt guilty, like thinking, what if this, you know, unfortunately never makes it, and I never gave her her lasagna because it was a big tray for 2 people. Mind you, they did take some as well, but that ain't the point. Now I'm only joking, sis. I'm only joking. She's probably cracking up like, no, she didn't. Anyway, no, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. You know me. But the point of what I'm saying is, like, she brings a lasagna. I eat the lasagna and everything else. Fam, let me tell you, night hits now, right? And I'm like, oh, my belly don't. You know what I mean? Belly was feeling tight, right? But I ain't clocking nothing, right? Because obviously, I'm assuming sis has used like corn mints or something. I don't know why it weren't connecting for me. And I can't lie, I swear to myself, sis used the corn mints, you know, the QUORN brand, right? For me, because I'm vegan, right? Nah, she didn't, friend. She used regular ground beef, friend. Listen, it's about to get gross. All I can say to you is 4 days in, I was crying. Yeah. I was crying. I was crying. The hospital was trying to figure out what's wrong. That's when I got admitted while I was doing treatment. Because I couldn't poo. My bumhole was like heavy. I couldn't poo, you guys. This is not funny. I couldn't poo. If when they went to touch the area, you can feel it, but it's not shifting. I drank this, they gave me this to take, that now move, they gave me that to take, that now move. All I can say to you, it took about a week for me to be able to get that out. And the gross part is, just to think of a ball. That's just how it came out. It was like a ball. a ball and solid. And I asked my daughter, I had to sit on the toilet for like 3 hours and I just was not moving. I was like, I can't take no more. And so I went and mixed up one of my TLCs and I drank that. And I was like, wait, when's my appointment? Because I can't be laying on this bed, right? And then I need to go to the toilet. And then I saw it and I said, okay, let me just drink one now, then go do my treatment, then come back and drink another. And yeah, friend, that's what it was. Because what happened was I started to, like, let out air. And then I said, oh, it's going to work now. It's going to work. I can feel my body. So I was drinking water. And then I was like, no, I'm going to speed up the process. I just boiled hot water and boiled the water and started drinking hot water. And then I went and sat at the toilet. And then this is what happened. It's like it just shifted it. So it just went in stages. And it just was sit. And it's just like, if you squeeze, or turtle as one might know it as, excuse me for the terminology, it's just going to go back up. So you just got to sit there. I'm telling you, it was like 2 to 3 hours that I sat on the toilet and just had to hold my breath so that I didn't pull it back up, because I'm thinking, it's finally at least coming out. Do you understand me? And it was just bit by bit. It just slowly, but it just came out as a ball. That was so crazy. It just never came out right. And then anyway, when it came out, and then I just heard the big doop, I was like, oh, like my whole bum area was so relieved. Like, it was like, oh, I just wish I could sit in the bath, but they have showers. So I literally just, yeah, I'm just going in the shower. And I just was able to just let the water run down, because I was thinking that was so painful. It doesn't even make any sense. And I said to myself, yeah, I do, you got, that's what I mean. Like, I didn't think to ask her or to say, oh, I can't eat X, Y, and Z, because the treatment and obviously my body. But yeah, that was a laugh in itself. Maybe I should have delivered that a bit different thinking of it. But I feel like how I delivered it just there, it wasn't to make you laugh. It was to give you a scenario of why I say it's important to check what you're eating while you're going through your treatment. Because the aftermath, even though she did it with good intentions, even though, it was so delicious as well. Like, seriously, it fed me, her, like my daughter, her son, my other son. Like, you get what I'm saying to you? And you but it wasn't the ah you get what I'm saying, because you're not going to be on point with everything. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You're not. There's going to be things, and that was a detrimental, because they was worried because they don't understand why I can't poo. But again, they did say the chemo treatment can make you constipated. So I also think that the treatment started to do that, and then that lasagna was just a cherry on the top. It's like, yeah, twist up that. But anyway, shout out to you, sis, as well. You got some Here Are Your Flowers coming as well. Yeah, for real, for real. So what else would I say? Oh, and then my daughter and I, yeah, that's another good thing, because where it was, they had a Marks and Spencer's there, and they had like all the fast foods and stuff like that. But the good thing is they had a Marks and Spencer's, and so my daughter would and I, after treatment, she would wheel me in there, and we would go and get some stuff. But they had this, like, they've got that pre-cooked chicken that they've got in a wrap, and it's roasted, it's like whole chicken. So basically what we did is bought it, and then I would have cut it into pieces, not like chunk pieces, like sliced kind of thing. Point is, put some carrots, put some potato, whatever, made a soup. But obviously, I push over the blink and breathe and just take that part. And I'm telling you, eating things like that, making porridge, it's so important. And I couldn't stress that part enough about your health and what you're eating. And I would definitely encourage you to detox. So research as much about the chemo after as well, like the after effects. And again, for me, that's natural, because I used to work in the medical field. And I know some people don't know that I used to also be a pharmaceutical technician, so I have an understanding of medicines, and I'm very cautious of what I put in my body. So I'm not one to just be straight away talking about, oh, my tooth hurt, where's paracetamol? No, my tooth hurt, where's some cloves? That's what I'm on. Do you know what I mean? Or where's my clove oil? Because it's natural. And so I would definitely make it be where you guys do that research there, because like, again, I'm glad that when the team told me the things, and the, you know, the cancer research people sent you the leaflets and they come and see you and all of that, and they've got on the pros and cons, you get me, of things, of what could happen, what can't happen. And I feel like really and truly, what I think is the most thing to do is make sure you get your rest, make sure you're eating right, and make sure you're putting in the right nutritions into your body as a Black Caribbean person. As I mentioned in the last video, make sure you're drinking your, you know, your bush teas and your sorrels and your castor oils. And, you know, I'm going to probably put it in the description and get that all down for you guys, and probably drop some links on some things as well, because moringa, if people don't know, is very, very good for any kind of diseases that anyone's experiencing. Moringa is a very good thing to take. So that's a good thing that I would advise people, and it does make you better. It helps a lot. It helps with your hair. Like, research it. And there's going to be also some YouTube channels that I think I'll drop in, where there's people teaching about herbs and what they're good for, especially for diseases and things like that, and illnesses. Like people that's got skin problems, they'll tell you what kind of leaf, rub it on there, it's gone, mate. Like them type of people, you know, them herbalistics, not too deep, a bit on the Dr. Serby side, may he rest in paradise as well, but it's more of a terminology for everybody to understand, and they're showing you the plant and they're walking you through the farm, and you, I mean, it's up to you if you indulge in those things. But because I was really on a hunt to find as much natural and things that could help me along with my lupus, because I didn't want nothing to clash with that, yeah, that's what I would definitely advise people to do. And don't overpack like I did, because I came back with about half of the shopping, because it was just not needed. You get what I'm saying? But it's best to be over prepared, darling. Do you know what I mean, darling? Don't go unprepared, and then you've got to be using your little pences to go and buy things. Okay? You don't do that, darling. Do we? No, darling. Do we? No, Mrs. Darling is not here, darling. I'm just saying, isn't it, darling? You like this one? Thank you. Thank you. I cut it myself because it was long. And you know, I don't like long hair. So I cut it myself. So I'm really grateful. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, you guys, that's tonight. I'm just going to cut it because, like I said, if I don't stick to what I'm doing, it's just going to mess up. And then it's going to be like, oh, and I don't want to do that. You get what I'm saying to you? So I see someone's jumped in, and I'm just going to say hi because I can only see something, but I'll see who it is in a second. So I'm going to share something with you guys as well, and you guys as well, because I think it'll be better. So tomorrow we're going to talk about the December operation that I had to have. Wednesday, we're going to talk about my mom. Thursday, we're going to talk about the kidney. Friday, we're going to talk about the stoma. Next week, we're going to talk about the break and Jamaica. And then a lot of you has been asking, so I know you're doing something. Some of you see me posted, I'm busy, I'm in a course, I'm training and stuff, yeah? So from the 19th, okay, of June, I will be giving my verdict. I think it's going to be good to say my verdict, okay? I'm going to be giving my verdict on things that's real on making money online. I feel like over the years of researching myself and everything else, I think I can add my little 2 cents. And you know what I'm saying? And I know that there's some people that's been waiting for me to share what I'm doing and stuff like that. So from the 19th, yeah, so make sure everyone's got their little coins. I will be sharing from the 19th a bit about what I'm doing. And then I'll be leading it up, breaking it down, showing you. Yeah, showing you And then we can go ahead and then we'll move over 1st of July, and that's all I'm going to be doing. So there won't be no more lives over here. I know I didn't want to have to put it in the thing, but I have to be honest. Because now my life and what I'm focusing on is just going to another direction. I'm really trying to combine all my socials to probably two. And when I say two, that means I'll only have two TikToks, right? It'll be my what I'm doing and my personal. I'll only have two Facebooks, two Twitch. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's just how it's gonna be. And I feel like it'll be good because once I share it, I feel like it's gonna be people that is gonna be so glad that someone is taking the chance to take a chance into something. It works, and they know that I don't do stupidness. You know that ones. They know that if Lady Show is doing it, it's not stupidness. So I'm really grateful, and I will be sharing it. I know someone just said something and I saw S. I can see an S. I hope you're saying share. I am, darling. I am. But obviously, the reason I had to do it this way, and I'll just say this real quick to someone as well, because I know a lot of people's watching it back on the replay. And like I said, and once I start connecting, and I did it smartly, so I'm doing it where it's the lowest, building it up, because you see, once I connect the big account, oh my God, I've got to be ready for all that engagement. You know what I'm saying? I do. And that's my worriness. So the way I've got to do it is I said, listen, I know that even on my active social media that I'm on, right? There's people that still sometimes message me and be like, so where have you been, and like what's been going on and stuff like that, and you're thinking, no, I can't sit there respectfully and answer one at a time. So I felt that before I connect all my socials, put it up, do my testimony, it's only right. It's only right to the Almighty as well. Like, I wouldn't be here if He never saved me, and I wouldn't even be able to stand here in front of, 4 phones and tell you guys, like, there is a God. And when I go to tell you guys about this gentleman named Ronnie, you're not gonna believe it. That's all I'm gonna say. You'll be like, ah, nah, she capping. No, darling, I'm not capping. It's a serious testimony, you guys, on that. I mean, him in himself is a whole nother testimony, but how I came across him, that whole journey and so forth, and then where I am now today, that's the part from the 19th you want to stay in tune for. And I'm hoping by the 19th I've added more platforms, because like I said, by the end of June, I've got to be finished. I've got to be done. And because some platforms is on this phone, some platforms is on that phone, some platforms is on that phone, some platforms on that phone, it's a lot. And I just need people to be patient. I need people to just be understanding. You know what I'm saying? And I really, really appreciate when you guys message me and be like, oh, I just watched your video, blah, 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 and stuff. And then you're messaging me. But I'm saying, but that's administration, because why didn't put that in the comments and I can answer once? Now I got to go back to your comment, answer that, and then answer the one that you sent me. I'm like, no, you guys, look, right now, right now, I don't want to be doing so much administration, okay? No, because I got me mum stuff to be dealing with. So I'm trying to break down as much as I have to do for myself and allocate it. And it's also just I'm not overworking myself and just think, oh, God, this is so long. Because once you start thinking something's long, you're just thinking, no, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way for me to be able to do this. You know what I mean? But no, honestly, I really do appreciate it. And I'm hoping that by the 19th, as I said, you guys should be on this channel. You guys should be on this channel by then. But I just find it hard to get I'm a bit still on this with it. You get what I'm saying to you? But I am only narrowing it down. But these two platforms here, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of these two, you guys, because this is my straight underground world, man. I can't get rid of you guys like that. You know what I'm saying? We come from far. But I do want you guys to come over onto this one and onto the other one that I will be promoting after the 19th. You know, towards after the 19th, it could be any time. I'm just saying it's not before. It's according to how I've got this all planned out. It could be the 26th I'll start talking about it because, you know, I haven't connected all my platforms. But I think once I've connected all the platforms, that's when I'm going to be ready to go ahead and share it. Because I know already, like, the reason I'm saying this is this. I don't want to miss anyone. And I'm being straight. What I was able to find, what came my way because I was praying to God, I do not want to miss anybody because I would feel so like, oh, I failed that person. Do you know what? I can't lie, I will. I feel like, oh, yeah, that platform, I forgot about them. And you can't do that. So writing it all down and, you know, behind the scenes, I'm connecting, I'm this. And like I said, once I got the testimony, then now that's when it's going on promo because I know already, even people that know parts, like I said on my active social, they don't know all. And it's just a one time for me to be able to just say to people, yeah, this is what's been going on. That's why I was only popping in and out, you know what I mean? Or I'd be, you know, here today and then tomorrow I've gone quiet. Do you understand my point? Because obviously I'm you know, trying to get everything, um, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, balance with this whole thing. So, yeah, I feel like for me tonight, that's basically it. I'll do the next part tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be short because just talking about the next part. Because the reason I want to keep that separate is because at the time I had it, it was a new thing. And obviously years has passed. So I want to be able to see if other people has had it. So I want to do that one separate. So I've just put it for tomorrow. So tomorrow's probably going to be a bit like half hour. And then I'm going to do Here Is Your Flowers for some people as well. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll do the Here Is Your Flowers on a Friday. But I'll have a little think about it. But yeah, anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you guys for coming. I need to say that. That's why I want the phone here. Because right now I feel like I'm just speaking to the screen. But there is like, I can see somebody's in there. But I know that my engagement's here, but you guys get the feel of what's going on, you know what I mean? That's why I love the radio rock with me. But yeah, tomorrow, you guys, I'm so sorry for being late. I won't be late tomorrow. God, please help me. Because I'm going to make sure that everything's just upstairs. And if I can't get upstairs, then I just have to do it on my phone and just hold it. Because when I say this pain is killing me, that's why you keep seeing me rocking from side to side. Because the pain is literally killing me, even just standing up. So I'm going to sign off. I love you guys. Thank you ever so much. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in a minute anyway. I'm just going to go and put you guys down and change. You know how we do it. Put on the bonnet. And I'm so grateful. And as I said, if this, you know, helps anybody, there's a series and I'm going to get it edited and chopped, and then what they're going to do is take out parts and make it into one proper professional. But I'm really hoping that it helps somebody. And reach out to me if you want to ask me questions, drop it in the comments. Anything that you think I can help you with, please do, because it's very hard when you've been told you've got the nasty C, or somebody that you know's got the nasty C and you don't even know where to start. And there's not a lot of information for black people out there. And I'm not saying, oh, I want to be the one to talk about it. No. I just want to share my journey, share my story, and hope it can help somebody. That's just basically it. And let God do the rest of it. Do you know what I'm saying? I be obedient, and that's all that matters. So until then, you guys, thank you so much. Say good night. Good night. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm getting so excited doing this now. Like, I think it's because I'm in pain, because I had a whole thing of, you know, making this part funny, but I swear to you, my pain is just in my body right now. And yeah, even my finger, like, oh, you guys, I wish I could really just tell you guys. But anyway, It's all blessed. It's all good. I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm going to talk about that last part because I'm going to get the right name of it so that I can hold it and show it to you guys so you guys can Google it, because I want people to know if they offer you that, take it. That's the reason why. So until then, have a good night. Take care. God bless. It's your girl, LS. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.